Rainy Friday.
I'm ready. Such a hard week. Good morning. Happy Friday. All right, so we're doing things differently in the Bloem household today. Anna's freaking out. She's got a stats project due. She's still in school. So John and I are going to try to run this mission solo. Okay? So easy one today. Easy. So even though the polar vortex is coming tomorrow, I was thinking about Mother's Day and my mom's birthday is on Monday. So I'm going to make her a cheesecake because it's her favorite thing. And she's not on social media, so she won't know. But I'm going to make her a cheesecake. And I was thinking, she likes to doll it up a little bit, but we are not a chocolate chip kind of family. So the other day, Anna whipped out a cheesecake and we made a quick strawberry topping. So it had split a little on top because cheesecakes are finicky creatures. So we just whipped up this berry topping and poured it over, and no one was any the wiser, which was pretty great. So what I want to show you today is super fast how to make a little topping for ice cream or pound cake or cheesecake or whatever you really want. This is so simple. And if the shelves at Wegmans are any indication, you guys have bought all the frozen fruit in Frederick. So I know you probably have some things floating around your freezer right now. Let's pull it out. And berry season is coming, which I'm very excited about. But today I found some sliced strawberries from the freezer. And the News Post has awesomely put up the recipe somewhere. So I've got the frozen strawberries, and then I found frozen raspberries. Now these are called IQF, individually quick frozen. That's why they're not a big lump in your bag. They should be little individual pieces. So I thought I'd do both. Now, if you don't, you have a lot. Oh, that's good. If you don't have frozen berries, that's totally cool. You can do fresh berries. I have some. I'm starting to do online cooking classes. I'm so excited because I miss everyone so much. So starting tomorrow, we're doing a little test with the Mother's Day brunch, which I'm super excited about. We're doing one Saturday and one Sunday. They sold out in like an hour. So I've got some stuff prepping for that. And I have fresh berries. We're going to do like a little fruit salad tomorrow. So I have fresh blueberries and fresh blackberries that came in my Hungry Harvest box. But the awesome Leah Fleming said, oh, you should tell people how to store them too. Because have you ever gotten that like one bad berry and spoils the whole bunch thing? Yeah, especially raspberries and blackberries. They're super particular. They're the prima donnas of the berry world. So what you want to do is when you get them home, this is kind of a neat trick. You often think that you don't want to wash them until, until you're ready to use them. Because moisture is, of course, what causes the mold or whatever is growing in there. But to kill that, you can do a solution of, like 1 part vinegar. Don't get fancy. Don't use your expensive vinegar. 1 part vinegar with 3 parts water. And if you give them a quick rinse in that, then rinse them with cold water, lay them out on a towel, and gently pat them dry. Gently is really important here. That will prevent them from molding. It'll buy you a couple of extra days on it. So this is so funny. It's like Anna, check this out. So Anna gave me her phone because she's so sweet and let me borrow it. And of course, I can't figure out how to get up to answer any questions. And John is doing so great being my camera person. He keeps smiling at me. It makes me feel better. Well, there I am. Okay. All right. So I've got these frozen berries in here. And I'm going to take a little bit of sugar. Now, if I can get you to do anything, we're in a pretty tense time. Everybody's kind of freaking out. This is not a place to freak out. These are berries. You're the cook. You win. Berries want to do what you want, right? They just want to be their best selves. So we're going to help them. With frozen, I found I typically need to go a little heavier with my sugar. They don't have quite the sweetness that, blueberry and gin, right? They don't have that. And I think I have heard of people picking strawberries now, which is crazy, but we had such a mild winter. Apparently spring is making up for it. But we had such a mild winter that the berries are supposed to be coming in now. Now, I've been totally staying safe at home, doing that whole thing. So I haven't gone out and tried to go berry picking myself. But if you've got good, fresh, in-season berries, then you can dial the sugar back. I mean, I like a little bit of sugar no matter what, because the sugar helps add to the juiciness of the whole thing, right? It helps create that almost syrupy sort of thing. Ooh, I can hear things. So Johnny, come check this out. Now, if you're feeling gourmet, all right, cool. Come back up. You're feeling gourmet, right? You're kind of feeling yourself. And remember, it's berries, so you win. If you want to infuse your sauce or your topping, whatever you're doing, this is the time to do it. Whenever you start, you want to start cold. And you could add, I could do like a lovely strawberry thyme. This is some thyme out of my garden. Oh my gosh, it smells like heaven. I made a thyme ice cream. Do you remember the thyme ice cream, John?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good. There was this guy when I was in cooking school. There was this guy, Jose, and you knew Jose just had it. He just knew what he was doing. And he had us make thyme ice cream. It was the 90s. And we were all like, burr, burr, burr. And then we said, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. So think about using your herbs. This is rosemary. Now, rosemary is potent stuff. Rosemary lets you know it's there, right? So you can take the herbs whole, just like this, and throw them in the pot when it's cold. By throwing it in the pot when it's cold, as it warms, I'm going to get a little pretentious. As it warms, the flavors kind of open up. It's more receptive to accepting all the flavors. I talk with my hands a lot. All right, so, woo, baby. All right, Johnny, come in and get this. This is going to be so good. I'm going to do this for my mom. All right, so see how we're already going? And if you look, come in real close, babe. If you look, you can see it's not just water. It almost makes a little syrup. All right, come on up. Now, you saw I didn't thaw those at all. I also didn't add any water to it because they're frozen. If you're using fresh, and let me tell you, if you have some berries that are on their way out the door, use fresh, but add a little bit of water. And remember, you can always add it, but you can't take it away, right? So start with maybe a quarter cup. And I've got probably, oh gosh, I probably had about 3 cups of fruit in there. So everything is subjective. Deep breath. I promise you're going to be all right. Now, we're going to let this cook a bit. With raspberries, you're going to get seeds. So you can decide, do you want this to be a compote where it's chunky and it's got some texture going on? Or do you want to make like a syrup? Now, we could do a coulis, which is a fruit sauce, a little different. But if you want to make a syrup, I would take this, run it through a fine mesh strainer. As soon as you bring all the flavors up, all your berries are good and soft, run that through a strainer, and then you have a beautiful little sauce. I want this to have a little more presence because my cheesecake is going to be so smooth and lovely and all that good stuff. Now, it's going to give off a lot of water. So if you want to thicken it up a bit, come on over, baby. We can throw in, and this is a total cheat, right? Throw a little bit of cornstarch. Okay. So cornstarch will reach its full thickening potential just at the boil, or just under the boil. You'll see. But you always want to
How much cornstarch did you put in there?
I'm throwing in 2 teaspoons. I think the recipe that I gave the FMP is a tablespoon. And I always like to do twice as much water, maybe 3 times as much water. But always use cold water. Always, always. Hot water is going to jack it up for you. And always make it like a slurry. Okay? Now, check this out. And you don't have to do this. It just depends. Oh, gosh, you are so pretty. It just depends texturally what you're going for. Oh, look, John is doing the whole camera thing. I'm so in. All right, check that out. See how it's white, right? We're going to stir it around. Now, see how the whole sauce got cloudy? Kind of a bummer, right? Aha! Panic not, my friends. Come on up. It smells like heaven in here. I might make some crepes. Maybe I'll do some crepes and make like a little cream cheese filling. You could eat that. So as this starts to come up, and I'll call John back over in just a second. As this starts to come up, the sauce will clear. That cornstarch, once it gets hot enough, it'll clear and you won't have the cloudiness anymore. Oh, hey, good looking. How you doing? Now, if you're running behind, because even with all the time in the world right now, I seem to always be running behind, you can cool something like this really easily. All you have to do is get a sheet pan, definitely with sides, pour your sauce out, put it on a cooling rack, gain it out of the pot, getting in a nice thin layer. It'll cool in just a couple of minutes for you. It'll be perfect. All right. So, excuse me. So come in, John. Come check this out. See how you've got the steam now. See how it cleared? It's not cloudy anymore. Perfection. All right. That's it. Fresh, frozen. Do what you want. If you're like, oh, I've run out of white sugar, I only have brown sugar. Okay, do what you do. If you're like, I don't have any cornstarch, no problem. Maybe cook it a little more, but don't let it burn. Use a little lower heat. Just take a deep breath, taste it, see what you like, let it cool, and enjoy yourself. Now, go make a pound cake, and I loved hearing all about your apple turnovers last week. Send me pretty pictures of what you've done. Also, we're starting to do online classes at Kitchen Studio, so we'll be releasing a schedule next week. Hop on those as soon as you can. We really appreciate your support. That's it. Happy Friday, happy Mother's Day, happy day. We made it through another one. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. This smells so good.